Everyone, come and see the greatest thing on your TV. Learning new and exciting stuff, making homework not so tough. Move your feet and shake your bones. Have some fun in the KnowZone. KnowZone, KnowZone. Have some fun in the KnowZone.
Hello everyone and welcome to the KnowZone. I'm Wanja.
I'm Charlie.
And Marara.
Mara.
Are you sick?
No, it's just a little cold, but it'll go away.
Oh, Mara, we hope so because we have an amazing show lined up for today.
That's right. We have Out There with Maspidi, Teacher Pendo on the Learning Zone, and of course, the Big Three.
Yeah, I love the big three. It always makes my maths better.
All right, let's not waste another second. Let's go into the chill out zone and meet today's studio guests. Come on, Marara.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Why don't we start by saying a big hello to everyone who's watching us at home?
We are very glad that you've come to help us with today's show.
Sorry I'm late. I had to blow my nose. Wait, have you said hello to the families at home without me?
Yes, we have Marara. Everyone, Marara is not feeling well today, so why don't we wish him well?
Oh, thank you, friends. I'm better just by being here on the KnowZone.
Oh, excellent. Marara, why don't you get things started by telling us and everyone at home what the buzzwords are all about?
Well, they're all about drugs.
That's right, Marara. Why don't we tell everyone at home what today's buzzwords are? Dosage.
Drugs.
Harmful. Overdose.
Well done. Now, look out for all these words throughout the whole program and in the next episode.
Well, is it the Junction Teens?
Actually, Marara, yes it is. And I think you like it because there's someone in the episode who's feeling just like you are.
Yes, it's now time for Junction Teens.
Hey, Kon, what's wrong with you?
See, I told you I'm sick.
Fine, but what are your symptoms?
I don't know, I'm just feeling a bit under the weather, but it's good to know you're concerned.
Hey, it's more. I'm worried that I'll catch it. It's not contagious, is it?
How should I know? I don't think so. Can we just change the subject?
Maybe it's the rain. Did you get wet from the rain?
No. Brian, do we really have to talk about this?
Then how am I supposed to help you if you don't know what's wrong? Oh my word.
What?
You've kissed Amishi, didn't you? You kissed her and it made you sick. Eh? No, that she's not been around for a couple of days. You kissed a girl and it made you sick.
No, I haven't. And not that it's any of your business. Just keep quiet.
So, what percentage of you hurts?
What?
If half your body hurts, that's 50%. But if 3/4 of your body hurts, that's 75%. Simple.
I'm just tired and a bit of an ache, about 20%. Why? Do you know what's wrong with me?
No, but you sound like my grandmother with all that mourning. Can't you talk about something else? All this talk about sickness is boring me.
That's what I've been trying to tell you the whole time.
Hi, Lileti. How are you?
Sorry?
Sorry, what?
I just thought Nita had become invisible.
I'm sorry. Hi, Nita. How are you?
I'm fine.
So, what are you up to?
We're just off to the hideout.
Right. Nice.
Ladies, how is it going? Are you going to spend the day with some real men rather than the Junction babies?
Real men? I don't see any real men around. Do you, Nita? Well, it looks like it's the Junction teens for us. See you, Freddy.
See ya.
See, my friend, that's the problem with girls. I'm going to get myself a mature woman. A chick with a car. Why are you wasting time with the lady?
I don't know. I've got no chance with her anyway.
You can't be serious.
I'm sure it's true.
Okay, even if Freddy does like me, I'm not interested as long as he hangs out with Amos.
What's it called when you take too much of a drug?
That's an overdose. Hi everyone. What's happening?
James isn't feeling right and I'm trying to persuade him to go home and rest.
I told you I'm fine.
Then stop complaining like my grandmother.
Ignore him. He was fine at home. He's probably pretending just to get attention.
No, I'm not. But if no one wants me here, I'm going.
That wasn't very nice of you.
I'm his sister. I'm allowed.
I've got an idea. Don't worry, I'll fix everything. Wait, James.
What? Are you going to make more fun about the fact that I'm not feeling well?
No, I have an idea.
I'm not sure I want to listen to your ideas.
Listen, you know I was saying you're like my grandmother.
I thought you said you're not going to make more fun about me.
So, my grandmother has some medicinal drugs for every occasion. I'll give you a dose of her medicine and you'll feel better.
I don't want an overdose.
Most of us starve for herbal drugs. And to be on the safer side, I'll give you an underdose. Do you want to feel better?
Yes, but you...
You wait here. Trust me, I'm practically a doctor.
Did you get them?
Yeah, of course. Now take these.
What exactly are they?
Just some mild painkillers. You take them and you'll be fine. You're feeling better, aren't you?
I've only just taken them.
Okay. Let's take a stroll and allow it to take effect.
Fine.
Anything happening? Where is anything happening? You're feeling much better, aren't you? I told you I could fix you. James, say something. If this is some kind of joke, it's not funny.
I don't feel right.
I know you're not feeling well. That's why I gave you the medicine.
No, I feel strange. Very strange.
How are you feeling exactly?
Terrible. What have you given me?
My gran usually feels much better. Let's just wait and see.
Wait, I need help. Bran, what have you given me?
It was you just to take the medicine.
But you're the one who's given me. You're lucky I don't have strength to fight.
Okay, you wait here. I'll go get help.
Hurry!
What's it called when you take too much of a medicine?
Overdose. Overdose.
The door is open, Brian.
Where have you been? Did you catch up with James?
Overdose. I've given James an overdose.
What?
I gave him some of my grandmother's medicine. And now he's acting weird.
Brian, where is he?
I left him in the streets. I didn't know what to do.
We need to find James. Quick.
Yes, that's a good idea. Nita, can you fetch Dr. Charles?
Of course. And Brian, what have you done if anything happens to James?
Our first priority is to find James. Let's go.
Stop talking about Leleti. But what should I do? You're like a lovesick puppy. Come and find me when you're more fun to be around.
Hi, James. How are you?
I'm really not feeling well.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I wanted to ask your advice.
Advice? I don't think I'm up to it. Have you seen Brian?
No, sorry. Look, it won't take long. It's just about Leleti.
You've seen Leleti? What about Nita?
No, I haven't seen them. Okay, well, I did, but that was this morning. Look, the thing is, I like Leleti.
What?
I like Leleti, and I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry, Freddy. As I told you, I'm not feeling well. Can we talk about this sometime later?
Fine, see you around.
So, where exactly did you leave James?
Right here.
But he's not here now.
I told him to stay. You can't blame me if he didn't listen to my advice.
But wasn't it your advice that caused the problem in the first place? We need to find James. James!
Hi, Leleti. How are you?
Sorry, Freddy, I don't really have time right now. We have to look for James.
James? I've just seen him.
James, how are you feeling?
I feel better, but I felt odd for a while.
Thank goodness, we were so worried.
You see, I thought you'd be fine.
James!
Hey, I'm fine.
Can somebody tell me what's going on?
James was feeling a bit sick, and so Brian gave him some of Benedict's medicine.
I need you to come with me to the health center. I want to check if there's any permanent damage. What medication did you give him?
Just some of my grandmother's medicine. I think it was herbal.
I need you to bring the bottle to me. I want to know exactly what medication you gave him.
Okay. Do I really have to go to the health center? I'm feeling much better.
Yes, it's better to be safe than sorry. Somebody help me take him to the health center.
I'll help him.
Okay, come on.
Well, at least he wasn't that bad.
What if there was a long-term damage?
Think positive. I'm sure everything is going to be alright.
I'm sorry. It seemed like a good idea at the time.
Here he is.
What's the verdict?
There's no permanent damage. James just had a nasty shock from the medication he took.
What medication did Brian give him?
It was Bernadette's medication for her heart condition.
Heart medication.
Yeah, James was quite lucky. I want to stress that it's very important that you only get medication from a qualified pharmacist or a doctor. Even getting the wrong dosage can be quite dangerous.
Sorry, Dr. Charles. And sorry, James.
It's okay, Brian. I know you're only trying to help.
How are you feeling now?
100%.
Well, at least now I'm feeling better than you did this morning. Junction Teens rock.
Brian.
What? Everything is okay now.
Well, actually, Brian, Bernadette is waiting for you at home. She wants to talk to you about you taking her medication without her permission.
Oh.
Wow! The way the Junction teens learned about how to be careful around medicine, wow, it was very, very good.
That's true. Did you hear any of the buzzwords?
Yes!
Great! So what were the buzzwords?
Dosage.
Drugs. Harmful.
Overdose.
Well done. I can see that you've all been paying attention.
Well, I'm only going to take medicine that either the doctor or pharmacist has given me.
That's very sensible, Marara.
Hey, everyone! That's my favorite sound. It's time for cool words.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Teacher Pendo.
Welcome to Cool Words. Now, today we shall be learning about drugs. We will be learning about drugs. Now, I'd like each of you to think of a sentence about drugs. Who would like to go first? Yes, Aluso?
There are drugs that are used as medicine to treat sicknesses.
Correct. Now, such drugs are called medicinal drugs. Drugs that are used as medicine to treat sicknesses are medicinal drugs. Now, someone else, give us another sentence. Yes, JJ?
There are also drugs that cause damage to the body of a person.
Now, those drugs are called harmful drugs. Now, drugs that cause damage to the body of a person are harmful drugs. Now, on screen, we have images of some harmful drugs and a short explanation about them. Glue is sniffed or inhaled. Tobacco is found in cigarettes which are smoked. Alcohol is found in beer and other drinks. Bang is a plant product that is smoked or inhaled. Now let's hear some more examples. Yes, Otieno?
Some people like to use drugs for the wrong reasons. With time, they become drug addicts.
That's right. Now, using drugs for the wrong purpose is called misuse of drugs. Now, when a person takes a drug for a long time and gets used to it, then they become addicted to the drug. Now, such a person is called an addict.
Now, Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara?
Is it true that misuse of drug may lead to diseases such as cancer?
That's very true. Now, there are some dangerous effects of taking harmful drugs. Now, misuse of drugs can lead to cancer. Now, let's hear someone else. Yes, Ikra?
When a patient visits the doctor, he or she is given a prescription of the drug he should take.
It's good that you've mentioned that. Now, the prescription of drugs to be taken is called a dose. Now, taking more than the right dose is called an overdose.
Now, Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara?
If you don't take enough medication, is that underdose?
That is right. Now, when a person gets hooked on a drug, it becomes very difficult to stop taking it.
Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara?
I wonder how people can take drugs where they can cause such damage.
Well, Marara, remember that not all drugs are bad. Medicinal drugs can help you feel better. And I don't think people set out to become addicted. But, you just have to be careful and seek medical advice to avoid dependency.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm only going to take drugs that a doctor has told me to take.
Good idea, Marara. Now, earlier on, Marara used the phrase, "I wonder how," in his statement. Now, we use this phrase when certain things make us wonder. Now, I'd like you and you at home to make similar sentences on situations where you had to wonder how. Now, relate this to today's topic. Who would like to go first?
Teacher Pendo.
Yes, Marara.
I wonder how people manage as drug addicts.
Very good. Someone else? Yes, JJ?
I wonder how the sale of bang could be stopped.
Very good. Someone else? Yes, Otieno?
I wonder how people feel when they discover that they have these sicknesses from the misuse of drugs.
Very good. And I'm sure these people regret every minute they spent misusing drugs. Someone else?
I wonder how people stop taking drugs.
Very good point. Now, drug addicts who want to stop taking drugs have to go through rehabilitation where they are assisted to stop the habit of taking drugs. Someone else give us another sentence. Yes, Aluso?
I wonder how we can help people who are drug addicts.
Very good. Now that's very thoughtful. Drug addiction is very complex and most people will need professional help to assist them get better. Now I think the most important thing we need to do is encourage and support these people to get the help that they need.
Oh, Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara?
I think talking about drugs has helped me understand the topic much better.
It's good to know that. Now, I'm afraid we are out of time today, but please do join us next time for more cool words. And now it's time for another interesting adventure with Maspidi. I wonder what he's up to today on Out There.
Today I want to take you somewhere very special. But first, let me ask you, do you have a pet? If not, would you like to adopt one? Then, the Kenya Society for Protection and Care of Animals, commonly known as KSPCA, will be the right place to pay a visit today. Let's find out what's happening out here in KSPCA. Come with me, good people. KSPCA is a charitable animal welfare organization in Kenya that deals with neglected domestic animals by rescuing and rehabilitating them. Ismail is a veterinary officer, and today he tells me that he is here for a very special reason. As part of the medical service, Ismail tells me he treats sick animals as well as administering vaccines to the new puppies once they are brought in, as vaccination is the best way to protect the dogs against a whole range of dangerous diseases. Before we go to the clinic, let's get the vaccines. It is important that all medical drugs are kept in a safe place. I'm told that most of the vaccines have to be refrigerated at the right temperature. This is a cooler. We need one because the vaccine needs to maintain the right temperature even after it has been removed from the refrigerator. If this does not happen, the shot will be ineffective and the dog will not be protected. Look, now we got the vaccines. Let's go and do it. But first, I'll have to bring in the lovely puppies. Come, let's go and meet them. Did you know that most of the population of the dogs and cats in KSPCA were either left behind while people are moving houses or were simply abandoned and left to fend for themselves? Oh, it's really sad. Look at these two puppies. Aren't they lovely? No one knows their names though. That's because they were found by KSPCA roaming in the streets of Ongata Rongai a month ago, with two others whom since have been adopted.
Good people, let's go for the vaccination.
But whether they have a name or not, all animals deserve to be well taken care of. That is why we need to take our two puppies right here to see a vet in the clinic. Even though many pet owners do not see fleas as a serious problem, Ismail tells me that in Kenya, fleas are a problem for pets throughout the whole year and they can cause your animal severe discomfort. But luckily, these puppies don't have any fleas. Ismail is getting ready with the vaccine. He tells me before you administer any drug, you have to make sure that it is the right dose so that it can be effective. But how does a vaccine protect the body? Shots are given just beneath the surface of the skin. When the vet injects your puppy with a vaccine, it teaches the puppy's immune system what a disease organism looks like. And then the puppy's body system will form antibodies to that disease, making it possible for the puppy to fight off that infection in the future. Let's go back to your kennel. I'll miss you so much. But I have another dog to take to the clinic. All animals should see their vet for a checkup once a year so that any health problems can be detected early. Oh, this dog here was attacked and bitten by others, and so its wounds need some attention. But thanks to Ismail, he will be okay. Come on, let's take him to Ismail for some treatment. But first, we have to check its weight so that Ismail is able to tell how much of the medicinal drug he will give it to avoid an underdose or an overdose. We need to inspect the wounds so that we can tell how bad they are. Then, to keep it clean, we will use a good antiseptic wound cleaner. Oh, this must be painful. Sorry. Let's apply some soothing gel, as I am sure it will be quite helpful. Covering the wound with a bandage keeps your pet from over-licking, chewing, or making the wound worse. Ismail says it is advisable to give an antibiotic injection as well to help heal the wound. I'm sure you will get well soon, so don't worry. Meanwhile, let's take you to the recovery room so that you can get some rest and get better. Wow, Ismail and the team here are doing a fantastic job. Apart from providing medical services for these animals, KSPCA rescues various abandoned animals and takes care of them as they wait to be put up for adoption. This includes providing the animals with proper and sufficient food, water, and adequate shelter. They have built kennels and a cattery for these animals that otherwise would have been homeless. Thanks a lot, Ismail. I have had lots of fun and learned a lot today. Bye for now and hope to see you soon.
Wow, that was excellent and interesting as always.
Yeah, I think Baspidi must be one of the busiest men in Kenya. Every week he's somewhere new.
That's true, Marara. But now it's time to see how focused your brains are.
Is it time for the ultimate test of our math skills?
That's right, Marara. It's time for the Big Three. Now this is how it works.
You have been divided into 2 teams to work 3 mental arithmetic questions.
Whichever team gets the most answers correct gets to take these wonderful books back to their school, courtesy of our friends, the Longhorn Publishers.
And if we have a tie at the end, we're going to have a tiebreaker question.
Now here is the sting. You only hear the questions once. You will not see them written down, and you must answer them and write down your answer within the 5 seconds that are given. Are the rules clear? Yes. Brilliant. Now, Marara, are you going to man the clock?
Well, man the clock? What do you mean? I'm a lion. I'm going to lie on the clock.
Thank you, Marara. And you can join us at home as well. It's a real test of your brain power. Charlie, please.
Right, as Marara lions the clock, let's get started. 4 plus 7 times 2 plus 5 divided by 3 is what?
Time starts now! Hey, can't stop!
Okay!
Stop.
I hope you've written the first answer for the first sum, because it's time for the second question. And here it comes. 10 minus 4 times 5 plus 2 divided by 8.
Countdown begins! Stop writing, please! Stop writing! Stop writing! Stop writing!
It's getting tense. Here comes the third sum. 6 times 4 minus 9 plus 15 divided by 3.
Let's go! Stop the clock! Stop the clock! Stop the clock! Stop the clock!
Wow, that was intense. Now though, it's time to see what our studio guests got. Let's see your answers. Are you ready, teams? Yes. Okay, for the first sum, can we see your answer, Team A? Wow, it's a blank page. What about you, Team B? 9. Okay, now let's see if Team B gets this answer correctly. Charlie?
4 plus 7 times 2 plus 5 divided by 3 comes to 9.
Yay! Wow! Oh, wow. Team B got this one correctly. Let's see if Team A gets the second sum correctly. Team A, please show us your answer for the second sum. A blank page again. Wow. Team B? 3. Oh, wow. Let's see if Team B gets this one again.
10 minus 4 times 5 plus 2 divided by 8. Oh, it's 3. Ooh, 4.
Charlie, whoa. Wow, that was
like
a close
my
one.
math is a little bad as well.
Okay, we have yet one more sum to work out and see who gets this one. Okay, Team A, can you please show us our third answer? 10. Oh, wow. Team B, what's your third answer? A blank page. Charlie, please, can you work out the sum and let's see if Team A got that one correct.
I'm going to be very careful as I work this one out. I don't want to get it wrong a second time. 6 times 4 minus 9 plus 15 divided by 3 is 10.
Wow! Woo! Team A got it correctly. Team A, you should be happy. Wow! Now, this is when we have our tie-breaker question.
Teams, the rules are simple. You have 5 seconds to solve the sum. The first team to raise their hands with a correct answer gets to take these wonderful books back to their school, courtesy of our friends, the Longhorn Publishers. Do you understand the rules?
Okay, are you ready? Yes. Here is the tiebreaker question. 12 times 4 plus 9 minus 3 divide by 6.
Start the clock! End of tiebreaker, end of tiebreaker, end of tiebreaker.
Charlie, no one put their hand up.
Has anyone got a correct answer? Team A, do you have a correct answer? Team B, do you have a correct answer?
No one gave us an answer for the tiebreaker question. Charlie, please, can you work out the answer for us?
12 times 4 plus 9 minus 3 divided by 6 is 9.
Sadly, we don't have a winner today because no one worked the tiebreaker for us and gave us a correct answer. But we are happy that the teams have helped Marara with his math.
Yes, and thank you very, very much, both teams. But don't worry, the more you practice, the better you become.
Don't forget to contact us. Just ask your parents to help you send a text with the word zone with your name and address to 5606.
And you will become an instant KnowZone Club member.
So don't you go anywhere because we have another exciting lineup for you right here on the KnowZone.
Why don't you tell us what the buzzwords are today?
Drugs.
Dosage.
Harmful.
Overdose.
Excellent. Now remember, today's buzzwords are all about drugs.
Now, right now, let's go into the wild and see what our friends are up to on Wild Zone.
Welcome to the Wild Zone. Now, it's time for us to return to Lake Naivasha and see what is happening there.
This area supports the biggest concentration of fish eagles in Africa. The food chain connects the algae with the flamingos, which filter it, with that amazing beak, through to the fish eagles. Their population has carefully been studied for many years, an important indicator for the health of the two lakes on which so much of the life, human, plant, and animal depends. And that means water, whether you're a flower farmer, a fish eagle, a flamingo or a butterfly, or a local African. In Swahili, water is maji, as the song says. Unfortunately though, this water is a soda lake. Aloidian attracts flamingos. It's not so good for giraffes. On the other public side of the lake, the Maasai are allowed onto the green sward with access to water, which cattle will drink. Some say water is becoming a more valuable resource than oil worldwide and a likely cause of conflict. Here in Kenya, every drop counts for someone, something, somewhere. As the lake recedes, so do the hopes for a satisfactory coexistence. Caught up in this will be the wildlife, whose needs will hardly be a priority if trouble starts. Whether it's giraffes or Kongoni just arrived, or the plants they depend on, or whether it's the grass grazed by a hippo at night to become milk for her baby, or cormorants that build their nests from water weeds. Their food, fish, too depends on the lake, but they prefer to collect that from nearby Lake Naivasha, which has a different kind of water. Delivery looks painful. It's well worth the trip. The huge numbers of pelicans show that. The pelicans fish in unison, and the opportunistic cormorants pick off the extras. But Lake Naivasha's water, which used to be crystal clear, now is not. Filtering papyrus plants have been removed from the shore, and deforestation in the water catchment has caused silting from runoff. People certainly come to see giraffe and other game, but a water safari is quite popular too. With a little help from a friendly local guide, Isaac, whose job may depend on the health of the lake. He's concerned about the occupants, the fish and the fishermen, whose jobs are also on the line, or in the net.
There he comes. He's up. But here's the fish.
Alright, next week on the Wild Zone, we will be exploring how the wildlife is faring on in Lake Naivasha. Hope to see you there.
Watching the Wild Zone always makes me so hungry.
Marara, you are always hungry. Now, for you at home, if you would like to know more about Marara, his Wild Zone friends, or anything else you see on the KnowZone, you should become a member of the KnowZone Club.
All you have to do is ask your parents to help you send a text with the word zone, your name and address to 5606.
And you will become an instant KnowZone Club member. And you get a wonderful KnowZone Club comic.
Well, you know, my mom helped me send the text, and now I get my free comic every week. And I love the games it has.
Wait, I know what that means. It's time for Hot Numbers.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Teacher Pendo.
Welcome to this week's Hot Numbers section. In today's lesson, we are going to be learning how to convert fractions and decimals into percentages. Can anybody tell me what a percentage is? Yes, Amisa?
A percentage is a measure of something per 100.
Very good. That's right. So a percentage is when you take a whole number, a fraction, or a decimal and find its value out of 100.
Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara?
I'm a bit confused.
Well, not to worry. Maybe this will help. Okay, I have 10 balls here. Now, 5 of them are orange and the other 5 are silver. Now, what we are going to do is find the percentage of the orange balls. Now, how many balls do I have in total?
10.
Very good. And how many of them are orange?
5.
Very good. So 5 of them are orange. Now, how are we going to express this relationship out of 100 in order to get the percentage of the orange balls?
Teacher Pendo, I don't know.
Well, not to worry. Let me explain. What we have here is a fraction. Now, representing the number of orange balls and the total number of balls. Now, in order to convert the fraction into a percentage, you simply multiply by 100. So 5 times 100 gives us 500, which we are going to divide by the denominator, which is 10, which gives us what? 50.
Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara.
So our answer is 50.
Not quite. There is something that's missing. Who can tell us what is missing? Yes, Momo?
Percentage symbol.
Very good. The percentage symbol is missing. So we say 50%. Now the percentage is a unit of measurement, and all units of measurement have a symbol. Now your answer must have a symbol, as it would otherwise be incomplete.
Wait, so Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara.
Our answer is not just 50, but 50%.
Very good. Now let's try one more. Now who can tell me what's the percentage of 3/4? Yes, Nanu?
75%.
So we simply multiply this fraction by 100, which gives us 300 over 4. And when we divide this, we get 75%. Well, let's move on to converting decimals into percentages. It is basically the same principle as converting fractions to percentages. We simply multiply the decimal by 100%. For example, 0.4. Okay, now we multiply 0.4 by 100%. Now, what we will do is that our decimal point here will move 2 places to give us 40. And so our answer is 40%.
Oh, Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Very good. Now let's try another example. 0.68. Now, who can tell me what this is as a percentage? Yes, Omondi?
68%.
Very good. So we multiply this by 100 and we move 2 places to the right to get 68%.
Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara.
I've been thinking.
Yes.
If you say that the total number of balls was 100%, and we say that 50% are orange, that means that the other 50% of the balls are silver.
Very good, Marara. When we consider the percentage of something as a whole, the total has to equal 100%. For example, how many are we in this class today? Yes, Amisa?
6.
Very good. So if our class is 100% and there are 3 females, which means we can say, yes, Momo?
50% of the class is female.
Very good. Now 50% of the class today is male. Combined, they all make up 100%.
Oh, Teacher Pendo?
Yes, Marara.
Now, if there are 5 students in the class today, so we could say that 80% of the students are humans and 20% is a lion.
Well, good observation, Marara. I think you've mastered all about percentages. Well, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for today on Hot Numbers, but I hope to see you next time right here. Now it's time for Career Zone, where we get to find out more about a specific job. This week, we are going to meet a pharmacist.
Hello, can you tell us a little about yourself?
My name is Veronica Ombewa-Irimo, and I am a pharmacist by profession.
Did you need any qualifications, training, or experience for your job?
For you to qualify to be a pharmacist, you need to do a Bachelor of Pharmacy from the university or to do a higher national diploma also from the university. I did a higher national diploma and it took me 3 years.
Please tell us what you do in a typical day.
In a typical day, we come to work in the morning, receive prescriptions from clients. We interpret the prescription. We give the medication on the prescription. And then we give advice on how to go about taking the medicines on the prescription, about what to do and what not to do while taking those medicines. We also check on our stock in the morning when we come in. We see what is not in stock and order from our supplier. Yeah.
What is the best aspect of your job?
The best aspect of our job is client satisfaction. So when a client comes to our shop, we always make sure that we've satisfied the client by giving the right medication, and we feel that we've made that person more healthier than the person was. Yeah.
What are the main challenges of your job?
The main challenges we face in our job is our knowledge management. Because when a client comes to the shop and he needs something, he doesn't have a prescription, you have to give the best medication and you cannot make a mistake. You have to be very careful.
In your opinion, what skills or characteristics does one need in this line of work?
You have to be intelligent, and at the same time you have to be patient. Because when a client comes and starts explaining, okay, some of them, it's hard for them to express themselves or to tell you exactly how they're feeling or what is happening. So you have to be intelligent to figure out what the person is suffering from or what the person is trying to tell you, to say in short.
Looking into the future, do you have an overall career goal?
My overall career goal is to go back to school and do masters in pharmacology, which entails studying of drugs. Yeah, you specify in drugs. Yeah.
What advice would you give anyone interested in your line of work?
The advice I would give on anyone interested in this line of work is to do well in sciences in school. Yeah, because for you to qualify to be a pharmacist, you need to do very well in sciences in high school.
Who knew you had to study so hard just to be a pharmacist?
Oh yeah, I like the idea of helping people, but I'm not quite sure I'll manage all that studying.
Well, Marara, you can do anything once you put your mind to it.
Oh, speaking of putting your mind into something, it's time for us to put our thinking caps on.
Yes, it's valid.
Animal, tractor, building, narrow, respect, deep, vegetable, work.
Welcome to Spell It. Alusa, Otieno, and JJ, you are about to walk out of the shadows into the spotlight to compete for this week's spelling champion. And the winner will walk away with this fabulous dictionary courtesy of our friends, the Longhorn Publishers.
Now, each contestant has just 30 seconds to spell correctly as many words as possible. If you'd like to hear the word again, just say repeat. The word will be repeated for you. Now, each word is worth 1 point. So the more words you spell correctly, the higher your chances of winning. Are the rules clear?
Alusa, you are our first contestant. Please take your place at the spelling zone.
Alusa, your 30 seconds start now.
Dose.
D-O-S-E.
Addict.
A-D-D-I-C-T.
Habit.
H-A-B-B-I-T.
Inhale.
I-N-L-E.
Negative.
N-E-G-A-T-I-V-E.
Destructive.
D-E-T-R-E-T.
Time is up.
Ooh. Thank you, Alusa. Well done. Otieno, you are our second contestant. Please take your place at the spelling zone.
Otieno, your 30 seconds start now.
Glue.
G-U-L-E.
Crime.
C-R-I-M-E.
Dosage.
D-O-M-S-A-E.
Alcohol.
A-L-C-O.
Harbol.
H-A-B-L-E.
Illegal.
I-double-L-E-G-L-E.
Medicine.
M-E-D-C.
Time's up.
Okay, thank you, Otieno.
Well done.
Well done. JJ, you are our last contestant. Please take your place at the spelling zone.
JJ, your 30 seconds start now.
Drugs.
drugs.
Effects.
effects.
Harmful.
harmful.
Smoke.
smoke.
Dependency.
dependcy.
Misuse.
misuse.
Bang.
bhang.
Dangerous.
dangerous.
Remedy.
remedy.
Counselor.
cons.
Time is up.
Ooh.
Well done, JJ.
Well done, JJ.
Wow. That was a tense round of Spell It, and I have the results right here. In reverse order. In third place, we have Otieno. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Yay.
In second place, we have Aluso, which means today's KnowZone spelling champion with 7 points. Let's give a big round of applause to JJ.
Yay!
JJ, step forward. Congratulations, JJ. You are today's KnowZone spelling champion. Here you go. Show everyone at home your dictionary. Another round of applause for JJ. Now, before we forget, JJ, step on back. I'd just like to make a quick mention that even though you spelt the word effects correctly, the word that Wanja had asked for was effect. But congratulations nonetheless for winning the dictionary.
Well, Alusa and Otieno, don't you worry. We have fabulous gifts for you as well. And we'll make sure we give them to you by the end of the show.
Now, after that wonderful round of Spell It, I think we all deserve a break. So why don't we sit back and relax and enjoy another exciting tale from Bus Stories.
Look at this. Have you seen Lisa's? No. It's like half of yours. Really? Yeah, seriously, it is.
What is this you're doing? Writing a storybook about some superheroes.
Are you okay, Specs? Raha, leave him alone. I'm sure they're not that interesting.
They're interesting, but they're not meant for you.
Here, let me read it aloud for you. There once lived a boy called Specs. Not his name, of course. But since he wore huge spectacles, everyone called him Specs. In school, he had 3 good friends, Bumba, Zawadi, and Raha.
Don't read my stories.
No, let's see how interesting they really are.
Bumba used to like school. However, one day, as he was alighting from the school bus, a classmate called Toma whispered to him, "School is boring. I want to have some fun." Bumba looked at him and asked him, "What kind of fun?" "School is for small boys. Fun is for real men," replied Toma and laughed. Toma was known in school. His father was a soldier. Everyone thought he was a tough boy. He used to give stories about how his father could not beat him, how the teachers feared him because he would call his father to shoot them, and how he had been to many places. "Well, you still are a schoolboy," Bumba told Toma. Toma laughed again and showed him something in the bag. It was a sword. "This is my father's magical sword. He gave it to me. I am going to form my own gang. Only real men can join it. Want to join and have some fun?" said Toma. Boomba thought how nice it would be to finally be like Toma. Everyone would think he was a man too.
Boomba followed Toma out of the school compound. They walked into a faraway place. Toma said that this was a place of freedom.
What's the matter, Boomba?
I think Specs is right. Maybe this story isn't meant for us.
Boomba, don't mind me. Carry on. You already started.
Once they got into the island, Toma told Boomba that from now on, they will do things that no one could tell them not to. Officially, we are now the Bushmen gang. Toma said he turned and saw a tall tree. He zapped it and felled it. He jumped up and down with excitement, giving it to Boomba. Boomba saw a bird that was flying. He zapped it and it fell down. Now this was exciting. He started zapping everything that was on their way as they walked.
I'm not sure I like all the zapping. That poor bird. This is where it gets exciting. Carry on.
Back in school, Toma's father came looking for him. I want my laser sword back, he roared. But no one knew where Toma and Boomba were. Zawadi, Specs, and Raha agreed to help look for them.
Boomba and Toma were relaxing at the shores of the river. Suddenly, Toma's father came flying in with his motorbike, followed by the flying bus. Bring back my laser sword, roared Toma's father. Yes, Boomba, give back the sword and get onto the bus, said Teacher Mary, alighting from the bus with Zawadi, Raha, and Specs. Toma grabbed the laser gun from Boomba and pointed it at them. He tried to zap the teacher, but Zawadi moved at a supersonic speed and pushed Teacher Mary out of the way. Toma's father took out 2 swords, holding one on each hand, and started zapping Toma and Boomba. Boomba tried to make himself invisible. Your magic powers of invisibility can't work on you now, Boomba, because you are using them to do evil, shouted Specs.
Toma tried to zap his father, but his father blocked it with his own zap. Toma turned and ran away.
Boomba turned to run too, but Zawadi caught him very quickly. He wrestled away from Zawadi and ran after Toma. Boomba quickly climbed up a coconut tree. Boomba started screaming, "I'm sorry, I will never run away from school again." But as soon as he got to the top, Toma's father zapped the tree. Zawadi quickly zoomed towards the tree and snatched him off it before the tree hit the water.
Boomba and Toma were taken back to school. From that day on, Boomba realized that it is not good to follow people who try to impress you by doing evil things. Anytime someone tried to tell you to do something that was not good, he would tell them frankly that doing bad things doesn't make you a hero. Instead, he spent time with Specs, Zawadi, and Raha, his friends, who did great things like saving people in trouble.
That was a good story, though it is quite familiar. Remember that time, Boomba, when you sneaked out of school with that boy whose father was a policeman?
Don't remind me of that time. I learned it the hard way, not to follow people who did not add any value to my life.
Come on, Specs. Can we read another story from your book? They are interesting.
So it was an interesting story. Unfortunately, you'll have to wait until next time for another story.
Whoa, what a great story. I think Specs has the best superpower.
No way! I think Boomba has the great powers. I mean, the power of invisibility.
Oh, people, please. It's easily Zawadi. I mean, the way she runs so fast. It's like, choo, and
Charlie, I think you're already light on your feet.
yes, that is a little true. But that story is the perfect way for us to end our show today.
Yes, we enjoyed having you here today. Did you all have fun? Yes! Oh, thank you for hanging out with us.
Now, if you'd like to get into contact with us, just ask your parents to help you send a text with the word zone plus your name and address to 5606 and you will become an instant KnowZone Club member.
Come on, everyone. Let's say goodbye. Bye.